Hi there! Today I'm going to be showing you my AFK Pet Hunter Mage method for Sarachnis. This method is a lot more relaxed than using melee, it's a bit cheaper than using a scythe, and it nets you virtually the same or slightly higher kills per hour. Starting off with the inventory, for your gear I'm going to be bringing full Ancestral with a Shadow. You're not going to be able to hit very high without this setup. You can sub out the Gommel's Penny for a Blessing, but I prefer to use the Penny to save a bit of money on the staff charges since this boss isn't super profitable. And obviously you can sub out the Ancestral Hat for a Slayer Helmet if you're doing this on task. For the inventory, I bring this with Ice and Blood Barrage in the Rune Pouch, and an Accursed Scepter to lower Sarachnis' mage defense. Now this is optional, you can sub it out for something like an Eldritch or Volatile Nightmare Staff to get more DPS, but I prefer using this, and it does hit relatively consistently. So once we're at Sarachnis, you're going to want to do two things. You're going to want to mark these 3 tiles in the very southeast corner of the room. And you're also going to want to tag Sarachnis' true tile in Runelight by shift right-clicking and tagging true tile. This will allow you to see where Sarachnis is moving so that you'll be able to switch your prayers accordingly, because with this method you will be having to change to pray melee if he comes into melee range of you. Now the method you're going to want to do is essentially to be in this corner the entire time. And the reason for that is because in this corner, the melee minions will oftentimes not be able to see you. So in this case, the melee minion does see me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just Blood Barrage or Ice Barrage it, depending on if I'm full health or not. You can use the Accursed Scepter to kill it a little bit quicker than the Shadow, but once it's dead, you just sit here and you just Mage Sarachnis the whole time. If you're standing on this middle tile, Sarachnis will almost never be out of range of you, so you can take your hands off the keyboard essentially and not have to do anything until he comes into melee range of you. As you can see in this case, the melee minion has spawned up here, and it is not aggro to us at all, so we are taking 0 damage from the melee minion and only having to take the major. If Sarachnis comes into melee range like this, simply switch your prayer to pray melee and continue attacking. Once again, we're going to start on this tile right here. And as you can see, we can completely take our hands off the keyboard and AFK while Sarachnis attacks us. As you can see again, this melee minion is spawned outside of its aggression range, so it cannot see us at all. Now, as you can see, this melee minion is coming towards us. If we simply move down 1 tile, sometimes it will actually stop aggressing to us. In this case it didn't, so I'm going to move back into melee range so that we can tank both Sarachnis and the minion at the same time. While Sarachnis is moving away, we can simply Blood Barrage it. And continue attacking. Now the purpose of these 2 tiles to the south and east of me is so that if the melee minion spawns in an area that is slightly in the corners of the room, like for example if it spawns over here, or if it spawns closer to here, you can actually move into one of these 2 tiles to stop it from aggressing to you. However, doing that will put you 1 tile out of the max range of the Shadow, so you will have to re-click on Sarachnis every time she moves. Otherwise, you will stop attacking because you're out of range. As you can see in this instance, both of the melee minions have not aggressed onto me because of their range, making it extremely AFK. And since you're never not attacking Sarachnis, it can be slightly higher kills per hour than using a melee. As you can see, in the position that this melee minion spawned, simply moving 1 tile to the east will stop it from attacking us. This in turn will make it so that Sarachnis is out of range of us, so we will have to re-click on her once she moves to the next corner. But other than that, we are taking no damage from either of these melee minions because we are out of range of him. If I move 1 tile to the west, he will come back to attack us. We can also use this opportunity to heal off of them for free if we are low on HP by Blood Barraging from right here. As you can see, you can get a little bit of a ghost heal at the end there as Sarachnis is dying. A couple things you can do to prolong your trip is, first of all, by turning off Augury if you hit your special attack with the Accursed Scepter. It's actually not much of a DPS increase if you do hit the spec, even though you will still splash sometimes. It can save you a bit of prayer if you have more food than you have restores in your inventory. Another thing you can do is you can actually prey flick against these majors by simply flicking to them off tick from Sarachnis' attack. This will make it a little bit less AFK, but it can prolong a trip if you're low on supplies. So that is the method I use to farm Sarachnis. Hopefully I get the pet soon. I find this method to be much easier and less click intensive than using melee, while not sacrificing much kills per hour. So let me know what you think in the comments, and have a good day.